All right, real quick, I think I'm about out of room here on the camera, but I want to show this. We got 3 separate bolts of fabric. It's supposed to be, let me get the camera out of it. It's supposed to be off the same die lot. But that don't look the same to me. These two look pretty good. This one, I've had it in 3 or 4 different positions, and it just seems to be a little bit different than the other 2. So this is going to be a 3-panel pair. So one of them will get cut in half, and we're going to get 1 panel off of each one of the, or 1 width off of each one of these bolts, and that'll make a 3-panel pair. We're going to cut this one in half. It'll go on the back side, and it'll be in the stack back. So if there is some difference, hopefully it won't show. All right, here we go. All right, so I've got my fabric laid out on the table, and in the last order drapes, wait, one of them, yeah, the last order drapes, attempted to cut a string and we couldn't, but in this one I believe we can. So I've got a little flaw right here, and I want to talk about. I've rolled out my fabric, I've inspected it, I found another tiny little flaw. It's not anything significant. We're going to go ahead with this, but this fabric has been inspected. We did find one, there's 3 bolts, it's supposed to be the same die lot, but we found 1 bolt, and each one of these bolts just barely has enough for 1 cut. But we found 1 bolt that seems to be a little bit off, so we're going to save it for last, cut it in half, and it'll be the half panel that goes with each. This is going to be a pair, so each pair, or each side of the pair, will have 1.5 widths that'll make a left and a right pair. I'll explain it again later, but anyway, right now I just want to show how we can pull a string. Alright, so now get it nice and straight on the 0 mark. That's where we're at. I've got my pin right here, and that's on 97. That's our cut length. Remember, we added 12 inches to the finish length to get the cut length. And I'm going to just nip it right here on 97. Pull this up like so. And again, I'm going to pull a string. Alright, and again, don't forget to notch your corner. It's really important in this application because the back side of this fabric is different than the front side. We have a shiny side, which we're using for the face, and a dull side on the back, and the dull side is actually a little darker. So it's imperative that we get all these drapes hanging in the same direction, top to bottom and front to back. This cut corner is imperative to make that happen. Alright, so I'm going to cut 2 more panels of fabric and 3 panels of blackout lining to go with them, and I'll get back with you. See ya. And this lining is ready for buckram. I want to talk a little bit about sewing buckram on. It's in another video. And the last one, the last order of drapes that we did, the privacy drapes, the buckram was sewed to the top of the drape, remember? Now again, this is a line drape, and it gets sewed to the bottom. It gets sewed almost, well, the buckram's lined up with the top of the drape, except for about 1 inch. We set the buckram about 1 inch above the lining and the fabric, as you can see right here. Is what I'm trying to show. And we do this without ironing a crease because we've learned to watch the point of references, which is, guess what? The grain. And we have a little cheat sheet on here as well. When she raises that up, you'll see a little black piece of tape. That's what that's there for. That helps her line everything up, so we don't have to go through that step of ironing in that crease. But until you figure this part out, it's really simple just to iron that crease 3 inches down, put it all together, and sew your buckram right to that line. Alright. That weird noise you hear? What's this guy? Where is he? Is he in there? I think he's in there. Yeah, she gotta always keep a bobbin winding. Nothing worse than having to stop work to wind a bobbin. Hurry up on, show it by winding. There it goes. We get real close to that booger. This is one of my jobs. I have to keep all this junk working. It's part of the fun of it. Let's turn that way. Heck, while I'm here, might as well show this gizmo. This is like a good Ford truck. It's got lots of oil in it. It actually has a pan in the bottom, and it squirts the oil up and oils everything as we go. Let's see if it comes up there. It's not coming up there, but we just checked it, so we know it's full. But it's not showing too well. But anyway, that's how you watch. You look right there and make sure you get oil coming up to that little screen, that little spot right there. And I got to check to see why it's not. Thanks for watching.